Today we're diving into one of the greatest rivalries in the entire animal kingdom. It's a classic matchup, a clash of titans that spans continents and captures the imagination. In one corner, we have the heavyweight champion from the heart of Africa, the powerful and majestic gorilla. And in the other corner, hailing from the lush rainforests of Southeast Asia, we have the clever and solitary orangutan. These two incredible animals are part of a very exclusive club known as the Great Apes, which also includes chimpanzees, bonobos, and us humans. They are our closest living relatives, a living link to our own evolutionary past, and that's what makes this so exciting. This isn't just about figuring out who would win in a hypothetical fight. No, this is much bigger than that. We're on a mission to explore what makes each of these apes so uniquely special. We're going to journey deep into their worlds, from the misty mountains of Rwanda to the steamy jungles of Borneo. We'll look at their incredible strength, their fascinating family lives, and their surprising intelligence. It's a story of power, wisdom, and survival. So, get ready, because we're about to embark on an adventure to understand two of the most magnificent creatures on our planet. It's the ultimate battle for the title of King of the Apes. Today, we're going to be detectives of the natural world. Our investigation will take us through every aspect of their lives. We'll compare their massive size and awe-inspiring power. We'll see what they like to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll even try to get inside their minds and understand how they think and solve problems. You'll be amazed by the similarities they share with us, from the way they care for their young to the complex emotions they can display. This isn't just a simple comparison, it's a celebration of two incredible species that are facing enormous challenges in the wild. So, stick with me on this journey. By the end, you'll have a front row seat to the lives of these amazing apes. You'll understand the key differences that set them apart and the incredible adaptations that allow them to thrive in their respective homes. We're going to peel back the layers and get to know the real gorilla and the real orangutan beyond the myths and movies. Prepare to be amazed, because the Great Ape Showdown starts right now. Let's get into it and see what makes these animals so unbelievably cool and important to our world. Let's start our adventure in the dense, misty forests of Central Africa. This is the kingdom of the gorilla, the largest primate on Earth. When you think of a gorilla, you probably picture a massive silverback, and for good reason. These dominant males are truly a sight to behold. A fully grown male gorilla can stand over 6 feet tall when on 2 legs and weigh up to 500 pounds. That's like having a refrigerator made of pure muscle. Their immense size is backed by incredible power, with arms that are longer and stronger than their legs, built for both walking and defending their family. It's this sheer presence that makes them so respected in the animal kingdom. But don't let that intimidating size fool you. Gorillas are often called gentle giants, and it's a perfect description. Despite their powerful appearance, they are generally peaceful, shy, and incredibly family-oriented animals. The silverback male isn't a fearsome monster. He's a protective leader, a father figure who watches over his entire group, or troop. He spends his days leading his family to the best feeding spots, mediating squabbles between other gorillas, and protecting them from any potential threats, like leopards or poachers. Their lives are built around peace and stability, not conflict. They are truly the strong, silent type of the jungle. There are 2 main species of gorilla, the eastern gorilla and the western gorilla, each with their own subspecies. Like the famous mountain gorilla, they live in a range of habitats from lowland rainforests to high-altitude mountain forests. You can find them in countries like Rwanda, Uganda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Their whole world is the forest floor. They are terrestrial, meaning they spend almost all of their time on the ground. They move around using a special kind of walk called knuckle walking, where they support their massive upper bodies on the knuckles of their hands. It's an iconic way of moving that is unique to them and their close cousins. What always amazes me is their calm demeanor. I've been lucky enough to sit just a few feet away from a wild gorilla troop, and the feeling is indescribable. You can see the intelligence and emotion in their eyes. You hear them communicating through soft grunts, rumbles, and the occasional chest beat, which isn't always a sign of aggression but can also be a way to say, "Hey, I'm here," or even a sign of excitement. These magnificent animals are a testament to the idea that true strength doesn't always have to be loud and aggressive. Sometimes, the greatest power lies in quiet confidence and gentle leadership. Now, let's swing over to the other side of the world, to the tropical rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra in Southeast Asia. Here, high up in the canopy, lives a completely different kind of great ape, the orangutan. The name orangutan comes from the Malay words Oranghutan, which literally means person of the forest, and when you look into their soulful, intelligent eyes, you can really understand why. They have a certain wisdom about them, a calm and contemplative nature that makes them seem like ancient forest philosophers. With their long, shaggy reddish-brown hair, they are one of the most distinctive animals on the planet. Unlike the ground-dwelling gorilla, the orangutan is the world's largest arboreal or tree-dwelling animal. Their entire body is a masterpiece of design for life in the treetops. They have incredibly long arms that can stretch up to 7 feet from fingertip to fingertip, which is much longer than their legs. These arms, combined with powerful hands and feet that work like a second set of hands, allow them to move gracefully through the canopy. They swing, climb, and navigate the branches with a slow, deliberate confidence. Male orangutans, especially the dominant ones, develop large cheek pads called flanges, which make their faces look wide and impressive, and a large throat sac to make loud, booming calls that echo for miles through the forest. Orangutans are much more solitary than their African cousins. While gorillas live in tight-knit family groups, orangutans prefer a more independent lifestyle. Adult males are almost entirely solitary, roaming vast territories in search of food and mates. Females are also semi-solitary, usually found only with their dependent offspring. A young orangutan will stay with its mother for up to 8 years, longer than any other non-human mammal. During this time, the mother teaches her child everything it needs to know to survive in the complex world of the rainforest, from which fruits are safe to eat to how to build a sturdy nest to sleep in each night. This long childhood is crucial because an orangutan's life is incredibly complex. They have to create a mental map of a huge area of the forest, remembering where and when hundreds of different types of fruit trees will be ripe. This solitary life has shaped their intelligence in a unique way. They are master problem solvers, patient and methodical thinkers. They have to be because they don't have a large group to rely on for help or protection. The person of the forest is a self-reliant, resourceful, and deeply intelligent being, perfectly adapted to a life spent contemplating the world from the treetops. The homes of these incredible apes, the environment an animal lives in shapes everything about it, from its body to its behavior. For the gorilla, home is the forest floor of Africa. They are creatures of the earth. Their world is a lush, green carpet of vegetation, from the dense lowland jungles where western gorillas live to the misty, cool mountain slopes that are home to the iconic mountain gorillas. Because they are so large and heavy, the ground is the safest and most efficient place for them to be. The forest provides them with everything they need: food, water, and shelter from the hot African sun. The structure of the African rainforest is perfect for a gorilla's lifestyle. The thick undergrowth provides plenty of leaves, stems, and shoots for them to eat. The ground is their highway system, and they create well-worn trails as they move through their territory in a group. While young gorillas might climb small trees for fun, the adults, especially the big silverbacks, rarely venture far off the ground. Their home is horizontal. Their daily life involves a slow, steady trek across the forest floor, foraging for food and resting in shady spots. At night, they build simple nests on the ground or in low branches to sleep in, a fresh bed for every night. Now, let's travel thousands of miles to the rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra, the home of the orangutan. Here, the world is vertical. The orangutan's entire existence is tied to the trees. The forest floor can be a dangerous place, with predators like Sumatran tigers or clouded leopards, so safety is found high up in the canopy. The trees are their kitchen, their bedroom, and their superhighway. Their bodies are built for this three-dimensional world, with long, hook-like hands and flexible hip joints that allow for incredible mobility in the branches. They are the ultimate acrobats of the canopy, moving with a slow, swaying grace that is mesmerizing to watch. The Asian rainforest provides a different kind of bounty. Instead of an abundance of leafy greens on the ground, the real prize here is fruit, which hangs high in the canopy. This is why orangutans need to be such expert climbers. Their daily life is a constant vertical journey, climbing up to find ripe figs, durian and lychees, and then carefully moving from one tree to another. At night, they show off their amazing engineering skills by building a new, elaborate nest high in the trees every single evening. They carefully weave branches together to create a safe and comfortable platform, sometimes even adding a leafy roof if they think it might rain. Their home isn't just the forest, it's the forest's sky-high upper level. You are what you eat, and that's definitely true for our great ape contenders. A big part of what makes a gorilla and an orangutan comes down to their diet. Let's start with the gorilla, the ultimate vegetarian powerhouse. Given their enormous size, you might think they eat tons of high-energy food, but that's not the case. Gorillas are primarily folivores, which means their diet is based on foliage, leaves, stems, pith, and shoots. They can eat over 40 pounds of this stuff every single day. Their digestive system is like a super-efficient factory designed to break down tough, fibrous plant matter and extract every last nutrient. A gorilla's day is structured around eating. The troop, led by the silverback, moves through the forest to find patches of their favorite plants. They'll sit for long periods, munching on wild celery, bamboo shoots, and thistle leaves, while they might occasionally eat an insect or two. Their diet is almost entirely plant-based. This diet is abundant and easy to find on the forest floor, which is one reason they can live together in large, stable groups. There's usually enough food to go around, so there's less competition. This steady, reliable food source allows the gorilla to maintain its massive body mass without having to search for rare, high-calorie foods. Now let's swing back to the treetops with the orangutan, who's a very different kind of eater. Orangutans are primarily frugivores, which means their diet is dominated by fruit. They absolutely love it, and their world revolves around finding it. They might eat over 300 different kinds of fruit, with figs and durian being particular favorites. Fruit is packed with sugar and energy, but there's a catch: it's not always available. Unlike the gorilla's leafy greens, fruit is seasonal and spread out across a vast area of the forest. This is the main reason orangutans are so solitary. It's much easier for a single individual to find enough fruit to survive than it would be for a large group. This fruit-focused diet has shaped the orangutan's intelligence and lifestyle. They need an incredible memory to create a mental map of their territory, remembering which trees will have fruit and at what time of year. When fruit is scarce, they have to be resourceful. They'll supplement their diet with leaves, bark, and even soil to get necessary minerals. They are also known to eat insects and occasionally even small vertebrates. This challenging quest for food has made the orangutan a patient and persistent forager, a true specialist in the art of finding the sweetest treasures the rainforest has to offer. This is the matchup everyone talks about: sheer, brute strength. When it comes to raw power, the gorilla is in a league of its own. A silverback gorilla is one of the strongest land animals on the planet, pound for pound. Estimates suggest a silverback is about 6 to 10 times stronger than an adult human male. This incredible strength comes from their massive muscle mass, dense bones, and powerful build. Their arms are particularly formidable, capable of breaking thick bamboo stalks with ease or delivering a blow that could deter almost any predator. This is pure, unadulterated power, designed for defense and displaying dominance. That strength isn't just for show. A silverback's power is the shield that protects his entire family. While gorillas are peaceful, they will not hesitate to defend their troop if threatened. A charging silverback is a terrifying sight. He will stand on 2 legs, beat his chest, roar, and tear up vegetation to make himself look as intimidating as possible. This is usually just a bluff, a display designed to scare off threats without having to fight. But if forced into a physical confrontation, a gorilla's bite force and upper body strength are immense. It's this raw, explosive power that makes the gorilla the undisputed king of physical force in the ape world. But strength isn't just about muscle. The orangutan has a different kind of power, a more clever and sustained form of strength. While not as explosively powerful as a gorilla, an orangutan is incredibly strong, especially in its arms and grip. Their strength is built for endurance, for hanging and moving their own body weight through the trees for hours on end. An orangutan's grip is crushingly powerful, allowing them to hold onto branches securely, even while hanging by just one hand. This is a functional strength, perfectly adapted to their arboreal lifestyle. They can easily pull apart branches to build their nests or rip open tough fruit husks that other animals can't access. Think of it this way: a gorilla's strength is like that of a powerlifter, designed for short, explosive bursts of force. An orangutan's strength is more like that of a world-class rock climber, a combination of grip strength, endurance, and leveraging their body weight. An orangutan can support its entire body weight with one arm for long periods, a feat of sustained power that is truly remarkable. So, while a gorilla would likely win in a contest of pure brute force on the ground, the orangutan is the master of strength in its own vertical world, showcasing a form of power that is just as impressive in its own right. The way these two apes organize their families could not be more different, and it tells us so much about them. The gorilla is the ultimate family animal. They live in stable, close-knit groups called troops, which typically consist of one dominant silverback male, several adult females, and their offspring. The silverback is the heart and soul of the group. He is the leader, the protector, and often the father of the younger gorillas. Life in a gorilla troop is peaceful and social. They spend their days foraging together, resting together, and grooming each other, which helps strengthen social bonds. The social structure provides security and stability. The females form strong bonds with each other, and the young gorillas have plenty of playmates. You can often see young gorillas wrestling, chasing each other, and playfully annoying the adults, much like human children. The silverback is surprisingly tolerant and gentle with the youngsters. This group dynamic is possible because their food source, abundant vegetation, is plentiful and easy to share. The troop is a cooperative unit where everyone works together under the watchful eye of the patriarchal leader. It's a life defined by community and shared experience. Now, let's fly back to the solitary world of the orangutan. If the gorilla is the life of the party, the orangutan is the quiet intellectual who prefers to stay home with a good book. Adult orangutans are the most solitary of all the great apes. Males spend almost their entire lives alone, roaming huge territories that may overlap with the territories of several females. They only seek out females when it's time to mate. This solitary lifestyle is a direct result of their diet. Fruit is a scattered and precious resource, and it's simply not efficient for a large group to try and find enough to eat together. The only strong, long-lasting social bond in the orangutan world is between a mother and her infant. This is one of the most intense mother-child relationships in the animal kingdom. A young orangutan is completely dependent on its mother for up to 8 years. During this long apprenticeship, the mother teaches her child everything it needs for a solitary life: what to eat, how to build a nest, and how to navigate the complex three-dimensional map of the forest. Once the young orangutan is ready, it will leave its mother to begin its own solitary journey. It's a life of independence, built on the incredible knowledge passed down from one generation to the next. But now let's get into the mind of an ape. Both gorillas and orangutans are incredibly intelligent, but their intelligence shines in different ways, shaped by their unique lifestyles. Gorillas possess a deep social intelligence. Living in complex groups requires them to understand social hierarchies, form alliances, and communicate effectively. They can recognize dozens of individuals and remember their relationships. They are also capable of deep emotions, like grief and happiness. Famous gorillas like Coco, who learned over 1,000 signs in American Sign Language, showed us that they have a rich inner world and the capacity for abstract thought. Gorillas demonstrate their intelligence in their daily lives. The silverback makes complex decisions for the group, like where to find the best food or when to move to a safer location. They can use simple tools, for example, using a stick to gauge the depth of a river before crossing it. A mother gorilla was once observed using a stick to help her baby cross a muddy patch of ground. This shows an ability to assess a situation and come up with a solution. Their intelligence is practical and social, perfectly suited for navigating the dynamics of family life and the challenges of their environment. It's an intelligence rooted in community and cooperation. Orangutans, on the other hand, are the master problem solvers of the ape world. Their solitary lifestyle has forced them to become incredibly resourceful and innovative thinkers. They are widely regarded as one of the most intelligent animals on Earth, often rivaling chimpanzees. In the wild, they are famous for their tool use. They will use sticks to poke into tree holes to get insects or honey. They'll use large leaves as an umbrella to shield themselves from the rain, or as a cup to drink water. This ability to create and use tools to solve a specific problem shows a high level of cognitive function. In captivity, their intelligence is even more apparent. Orangutans have been known to learn how to untie complex knots, pick locks, and even use simple machines to get a reward. One famous orangutan named Fu Manchu repeatedly used a piece of wire he had hidden in his mouth to pick the lock on his enclosure. This kind of planned, deliberate problem-solving is the hallmark of orangutan intelligence. It's a patient, methodical, and creative intelligence that has been honed by a life that requires self-reliance and the ability to overcome obstacles all on their own. So, after our incredible journey through the jungles of Africa and Asia, we come to the final question: who is the true king of the great apes? Is it the mighty gorilla, the powerful, gentle giant who rules the forest floor with quiet strength and dignity? Or is it the wise orangutan, the solitary, intelligent philosopher of the treetops, who has mastered the art of survival through sheer brain power? The truth is, there's no easy answer. Each one is a king in its own kingdom, a master of its own domain. There are two different answers to the same question: how to be a successful great ape. The gorilla is the king of terrestrial power and social harmony. Its massive strength and tight-knit family structure make it an unstoppable force on the ground. The silverback's leadership is a model of protective, gentle authority. The orangutan, on the other hand, is the king of arboreal life and ingenious problem-solving. Its incredible climbing ability and patient, clever mind make it the undisputed ruler of the canopy. Its solitary nature isn't a weakness, it's a strategy that has allowed it to thrive in a world of scattered resources. They are two sides of the same magnificent coin of ape evolution. Instead of trying to crown one, the real takeaway is that both of these species are precious and irreplaceable. They are our close relatives, sharing a deep connection with humanity. But both gorillas and orangutans are facing a desperate fight for survival. Deforestation, habitat loss, and illegal poaching are pushing them to the brink of extinction. They are both endangered, and their kingdoms are shrinking every single day. The true battle isn't between the gorilla and the orangutan, it's the battle to save them from disappearing forever. They are both kings who are losing their thrones. So, the crown belongs to both of them. They are co-rulers of the great ape world, each magnificent in their own way. Now I want to hear from you. Which ape captures your imagination the most? Are you on Team Gorilla or Team Orangutan? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this wildlife adventure, don't forget to like this essay and share it with your friends and family. The more people who know and care about these incredible animals, the better chance we have of making sure they are around for generations to come. Thanks for joining me on this expedition.